Shh. Hey. Okay. What? Me?
No.
Jake's cracking.
Jake's just being mean.
No, I just saying the tags.
Hey, over the nose.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
nose.
Okay. All right.
Nosy.
Okay. All right. Hey. Anyway, let's talk about the vocab terms. So here's one thing that I've kind of overlooked. Okay. So let's say this is my graph. We've talked about absolute and minimum values. Is there an absolute maximum to this graph?
No.
Why?
Arrows.
There's arrows up and arrows going down, so there's no absolutes. But there is relative max and mins or local max and mins. Relative and locals are the same wording. Local minimums are these valleys. I don't care they're at different numbers. One's at -1.5, one's at 0. Those are still relative minimums. They're the valleys. They can be different numbers. You can list them off individually. 1.5, -1.5, and 0. The relative maximums are these. They can be different numbers. 2.5 and 3. Relatives are just if you have peaks and valleys, you have to list each one. Absolute means nothing goes higher or lower. Okay? Does that make sense on vocab terms on absolutes and relatives?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I haven't talked about was increasing and decreasing. As I go from left to right, even though this has an arrow, as I go this direction, do you agree that this is going uphill?
Yeah.
Ignoring the arrow, as I go left to right, it is increasing until it gets to about here. That's about what? -4.5?
Yeah.
Then it starts decreasing. Then right here it starts increasing again, decreases, increases. As I go from left to right. Okay? Hold on, we got 1 second. So that's increasing and decreasing. The last thing is domain and range. Domain are X numbers. Domain are X's, so what X numbers are you hitting? And range are the Y numbers that you hit. Okay, is there any questions with vocab terms that I've used the last couple days in here? Okay, I'm going to stop there. You have the rest of the time to work on your homework, so make sure it's due on Wednesday.